sound of muffled whispers filled the room like background noise, but Wine kept her head low, her pencil moving in soft strokes over her sketchboard. Drawing was her only escape. Were they talking about her? They had to. Like always. It was the case, always. Maybe if she focused hard enough on her drawing, she could miss out on the voices. Voices that were picking up on her. Oh, she's going to cry again. Look at her, acting so hard to get. I'll see her after class. She had always been the quiet one, but then the chatter abruptly stopped. The tension in the room shifted in an instant. It was as though someone had flipped a switch. Wine didn't need to look up to know what was happening. Everyone knew when Jun Jungkook entered the room. His presence was a force. It was the kind of silence that accompanied a predator moving through the room like he owned it and everyone in it. Wang kept her focus on the drawing, but then a shadow fell over her notebook. She lifted her gaze slowly, and her breath caught in her throat. Jungkook stood in front of her desk, towering over her. He was everything she had feared: powerful, dangerous, untouchable. JK, you always hit her? Did he notice her? Was it bad luck? Wine. Yeah? He leaned in so she could feel his warm breath against her skin. JK, from now on, you sit where I can see you. Her heart lurched in her chest. Her mind raced. What just happened? She didn't dare question, and he didn't linger there long enough to entertain her either. The lunch bell rang far too soon, and Vaughn tried to act like nothing had changed. She carried her tray, avoiding eye contact with anyone, but they were here again, like always. Look who decided to show her face. Think you're special now, sitting near Jungkook? Ryan, I don't know what you're talking about. Leave my way. She glared, but it never helped. They physically never heard her. Always talked. Talked in front of her, talked behind her back. How about you stay away from him? Ryan, how about you stay out of my business? That made one of the girls shove her tray, nearly sending it crashing to the floor. It happened so fast and it fell right in the hell, right before the black boots of the man that she should never have messed with. Jungkook. They widened their eyes and immediately stepped back, fear visible in eyes. Take it, pick it up, clean it with your bare hands, wipe the floor with your cloths. The girls paled, their faces strained of color. There was no way they could do this. The one who threw it, Leah, couldn't even ask for forgiveness because when she was about to, she was met with a glare that was going to terrify her for the rest of her life. And like that, at the end of the day, she was on the floor wiping it clean while Ryan stood unharmed. Jungkook looked at Wine, held her chin, and leaned near her. Take it, you're mine, he claimed. People gasped. She widened her eyes, heartbeat skyrocketing. Nobody questioned. They knew she was his target now. Nobody was messing with her again. Was she lucky? Unlucky? Nobody knew. Jungkook watched her with a hungry gaze, and as she met his eyes, she knew there was no turning back. The next day was strange. Ryan walked through the halls with an odd feeling. The usual whispers and stares had disappeared. No one bumped into her. No one made cruel comments. It was as if overnight she had become invisible or simply untouchable. And she had a very strong suspicion about why. She turned to the library to calm her mind. Ryan, off! She bumped. Books flew, pages scattering, and she stiffened, staring at a pair of black boots she knew all too well. Ryan, are you a vampire? Take it. Vampire? That's an interesting theory. Well, his all black outfit, pale skin, and love with darkness kind of proved her theory. He placed his hand on the edge of the table beside them, his fingers brushing against hers again. Take it. You my next meal then? Went Girl, letting out a nervous laugh. Smile, Wine. Smile through the pain, she told herself before he leaned in, his nose almost touching her neck as if to prove his point of drinking her blood. But then he pulled back and left. Suddenly, it was too sudden, Wine thought, as if he saw a ghost. Before she even blinked, he was gone. Wine, don't smell like onions now, did I? She barely managed to whisper under her breath. Wine, definitely a vampire. The library had long emptied, leaving only the ticking of an old clock. Wine cursed when she realized the time. 9:47 p.m. Shoving her things back in the bag, she rushed out. It was always dangerous outside at night. She wanted to run back home where she felt safe. Faced with a choice, the long way home or a shortcut through the alley, she chose the alley. Clutching her bag to her chest, something felt wrong. She was halfway through when she stumbled over someone. Him, Jungkook. Not the shadowed man who watched her from a distance, or the man who announced help. This Jungkook was bleeding, slumped, like a fallen king. What, Jungkook? She breathed, her head turned weakly, eyes meeting hers with a warning. Jungkook, go home. He rasped, voice rough, but she dropped her bag and knelt beside her. Ryan, what happened to you? Take it, Ryan. Leave. Now. He growled, even though that sounded faint. Wine, I'm not leaving you like this. His hand shot out, gripping her wrist firmly. Take it. You don't understand. It's not safe. Wine, I don't care. Let me help you. She snapped. For a long moment, he stared and then, take it. Fine. The walk to her apartment felt endless. Jungkook leaning on her, his weight dragging them both down. Inside, she eased him on the bed, breathless. With a plea from her, he removed his shirt. Bruises, cuts, blood painting every inch of him. Why? Who did this to you? She whispered. Zeke, someone won't be breathing much longer. Why? Why are you always around me? Don't even talk to me. Now this? Jackie, you really don't know. His voice was soft, dark. She shook her head in a blink of his eye. His hand gripped her jaw, tilting her face up. Not rough, not firm, but gentle. Jackie, because you belong to me. From the moment I saw you, from the moment you smiled. Chills ran down her spine. His touch, warm and gentle, she craved more of it. Jackie, you saved me tonight, Angel. But now, I'm never letting you go. His gaze lingered on hers, cupped her cheek, and before she could answer, his lips crashed into hers. She didn't push him away. It burnt a fire inside of him. He deepened the kiss. He pulled back, breath heavy. His voice was low against her lips. Ryan, don't go again, fighting like that. What are you, gangster? He chuckled, listening to her nag like his woman already. With a soft note, he leaned into her warm neck, while her trembling hand stroked her hair. It was hers. He claimed her to be his. Now there was no escape.